Hi guys, Derek Unash from Elite X Training, and I just want to talk to you really quick today about interview prep. I'm probably a lot better known for helping people get interviews through alternative methods, that is to say, not going through company job sites, not using Indeed or Monster or LinkedIn or ZipRecruiter. But I can get people interviews, but if you are not going to perform well in the interviews, you're just wasting your time. So I always go very deep into the interview prep process with everyone that I work with. And so I would like to just talk to you about that real quick today and give you a special offer I think you're really gonna like, a free giveaway here. But let me just go into this really quick. So interview prep, there is about, there's only really a finite number of lists of questions that you can expect to be asked on an interview. And I have put together over the course of about 5 years, 31 questions that I think are the most likely questions that you're going to be asked on an interview. And I also go into what the answer should be. I have guidelines about what you should and what you should not say. Okay, so that said, let me just go through some of these really quick so you can see what I'm talking about. The first one would be, tell us about yourself. You know with metaphysical certainty this is probably going to be the first question that you're going to be asked, and there's no excuse not to have a compelling answer here, okay? And I go into things you can say, guidelines. You don't want to go too long, you don't want to ramble. Okay, so that's the first question you can expect to be asked. Also, if we choose you, what will be your strategy for the next 60 days? If you're going for a management position, this is something that there's a really good chance you're going to be asked this question. I went for a management position once, and they asked me virtually the same question. They asked me, what would be your strategy be for the next 90 days? So have an answer for that. Have you ever had problems with a coworker? Can you give an example? Common question. How do you feel about your previous boss? There's ways you can answer this to look really good, and there's ways that you can answer this that will make you look poisonous. So I go into all that. What are your salary expectations? You better have an answer for that. They're asking that one for a very real purpose. Why do you consider yourself an ideal candidate for this position? This one, I'm telling you, this is one that really separates the pros from the also-rans, okay? And this is one, again, we want to stack the deck in everything that we do when it comes to interview prep, when it comes to every aspect of the job search process. Okay, so, and this is one, I'm telling you, this question, you can really shine here. The average person who does not prepare for this is typically going to have 2, maybe 3 points that they bring up as to why they would be an ideal candidate. Okay, but if you really stop and do your homework and come up with 5 really impactful things that you can just crank off the top of your head, boom, 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 you can dazzle the pants off these interviewers, okay? Because most people aren't going to have 5 things right off the top of their head that are all impactful, but you will, because we're going to stack the deck. Okay, and that's our theme at Elite X Training, is to stack the deck in everything you do. Stack it in your favor. Don't even make it a fair fight. Be so great that they can't ignore you. What do you know about us? This is a question that more often than not you're going to be asked, and you cannot possibly overestimate the importance of this question, because here's why they're asking the question. They don't really care so much what it is that you know. They just want to know that you did your preparation, because that's what's going to separate you from the guy who's out there just with his shotgun just blowing applications applications and resumes all over the place, okay? Those people are desperate for a job. You're coming there, you know something, you're taking this interview seriously. You're demonstrating that you're not like those other guys, okay? So know some stuff about the company to show that you've done your homework and you're serious about wanting this job. That's going to go a long way. Well, anyway, there's a smattering of questions there. There's so many more. And I'd love to get these questions over to you. But before I do, just let me give you a quick note about interview prep. The best way to interview prep is to drill and drill and drill and drill incessantly until you have all, in this case, 31 of these questions. You can answer these in your sleep. So good that you can, in an interview, you can anticipate the questions in advance. I've had so many of my people who've used this very list who came back to me after the interview and they said, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Almost all the questions were right off your list, and I was totally prepared. Okay, so that's what you want to do in stacking the deck. Okay, so much so that the only thing you have to worry about is connecting with that interviewer. You just have to worry about your voice inflection, your gestures, your eye contact, and connecting with that person. Okay, you're not even worrying about what you're saying. You already know because you've done it 1,000 times. Okay. I know that, just one more thing on that point, I know that what I did going back 30 years ago or so when I was coming out of college, I got a dictaphone. I don't think they even make dictaphones anymore, but I was in the car and I read the whole list of questions into my dictaphone, and I would play one question and then I would answer it and then go on to the next question, answer it, while I was driving. Probably not the safest thing to do, probably illegal in most states, but go hands-free. What can I tell you? Check the laws of your state. But that's what I did. I drilled incessantly to the point where every time I got in the car, I would do that, and I became an interview machine. It was so easy when it came to being an interview. And you're much more naturally comfortable when you walk in, and you're much more confident, I should say, when you walk in, knowing that you already know what they're going to ask, most of what they're going to ask, and you already know most of the answers. So having said that, if you want to get these 31 questions, no obligation to you at all. I will give those questions to you. Go to elitextraining.com. Elite, the letter X, training.com. Hit the contact button, the contact us button. Request those questions, and I'll get those right over to you. No obligation. I'm not going to hotbox you into signing up for anything. However, if you do want coaching services, go to the same place and request a free consultation. I'll give you a free 15-minute consultation, tell you about what we do. I'll probably give you some more free stuff. And if you have any questions, you can go to the same place, or you can just email me at Derek, that's DEREK, at elitextraining.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks a lot. Good luck with your interviews. If you have any questions, email me, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.